So Docus, that is just an AI. The one that was coming there, it's an AI. Do you know it?
You say what?
I'm saying, do you know this AI that was just coming now? The one that is a read AI.
No.
Yeah, it's an AI that is recording the meeting and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Okay, welcome.
Today is
Welcome,
another.
guys. Oh,
Hello.
today. Hello, welcome.
Hey, Mr. Isaac, how are you? Hey, Isaac, how are you?
Good to see you.
Ah, okay, okay. Welcome to the class. Meet Stokas. Stokas is gonna take you for the class. She's gonna be your Python teacher for basic. Uh, yeah, Stokas, you can take them.
Okay, welcome, guys.
Hello, ma.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, welcome. Okay, let me. I think I'm sharing my screen, so can you guys see it?
Let's advance it.
Okay. So in our last class, we talked about a brief introduction about Python, saying it's not a snake but a programming language. So we talk about comments in our last class that we said comments are actually a line of text that we don't want the computer to run for us, but just to explain our code and make it readable. Like if I say this is a comment. So the computer is not going to run, it's not going to do anything. This is just only for me and any other programmer that wants to read my code. Then we have variables. We talked about it that we talk about variable that we use for storing values. Let me say 5. So this is a variable. I create a variable A that stores a value 5. So we have data type. Then we talk about data type that variable can store different data types. So actually this variable here, this variable A that I created actually store data type integer because it is 5 is a number. So it is integer. We talk about different data type. We talk about string, integer, booleans, and other data type that we're going to be talking about in future, like list, tuple, dictionary, and all set, also on. So we talk about number, how we can convert numbers to string, how we can add up numbers together in our last class. I'm just making a quick recap of what we did last class. Then we talk about casting, changing number integers, changing one data type, a variable from one data type to another data type. So those are the things we talked about, which was in our last class. Those are the things we talked about. So in this class, what we are going to be talking about is is string. We are going to be knowing more about string. So I'm coming, please. I'm just trying to. Please, I'm coming. I'm trying to. So are you guys seeing it? Are we together?
Yes, you can see.
Yes, we
Okay.
can see.
Okay, so here today we are going to be talking about strings. So in our last class, please, for people that are available, Is there any question? Maybe you went home and practice it, or something actually come up and you don't understand. So is there any question before I dive into today's class? Any question about last class? Any question? I'm waiting for a response.
No question.
No question.
No question, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in today's class, we are going to be knowing more about string. Let me go back to. So in today's class, we are going to be talking about string. And in the other class, I did not make use of this Jupyter notebook. So in this class, we are going to be getting our hands dirty with Python code. So getting our hands dirty now. Please excuse me. So sorry for that. So getting our hands dirty now, let's talk more about string. So in our last class, I said if we have something like this, name, then we said my name is Dorcas. So strings is actually a collection of text. Like it actually it allows us to store text. So, but in string, what if you want to get access to one variable, like to one letter in a string? Like in this string now, I want to get access to this D in particular, like this first letter that is this first letter that this first letter that is D. So I want to get access to it. I can just there's something we call length, string length. So if I and this length, let me just say print, then I will say type, wait, length. There's a method called length. It actually gave us the number of the length of the number of the text that we have. Like if we count each alphabet in that particular string that you provided. So let me just say name now. I want to get the length name, then I'll close it. So you guys see that I actually make a print, first of all. This is actually normal thing if you want to get output in Python. And this length method actually allow Python to know that, oh, I want to get access to this length, to the length of this variable called name. So let's run it now and see. So let's run it. So it actually says the length of the variable is 6. So the length of the name, this is actually what I'm trying to get the length. So let's count it and see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4. You see that it's 4, sorry. 4, 5, and 6. So this is actually what the length talks about. It lets you get the length of value of a variable. So last thing we are going to be talking about is in case of how do I even want to put it? In case you want to get a string, like we've already said, let me say print hello, sorry, I'm supposed to put quotation mark, print hello, then word. In this case, print hello word. And so in this, actually, what if I want to, in a case that I actually want to quote this word, I want it to be in a quote, like I want this word to actually have a quote, to be like hello word in quote. So in this case, I've already made use of double quotes to make sure that Python knows that I'm working with a string. So I will just use single quotes just to quote this one. which means that anytime I print it, it will actually put this word in a quote. So let me run it and see. So I noticed I have hello. Then you see the one quote that I actually put there, it actually added it. So it said hello word. So that is called quote inside the quote in Python. So in case you want to add quotes to your sentence or something, maybe in a game you want to create it and want to provide more sentence to the user. So you just be like, write a letter A. Then you have to put that A in quotes. So in the case that you have quotes, how do you want to put it? And also you can actually switch it, because string in Python takes different type of quotes, which is we have double quotes and we have single quotes. So it's still in Python, single quotes still means you are working with a string. So in this case, you can say hello world. It's still the same. No matter the codes that you use, it's still the same. So, but in a case that you want to double these quotes, so I'll just make this and let's see. So it shows that this actually added a quote based on the type of quote you want to use. You might decide to use single, and you might want to decide to use double. So based on the one you want to use is up to you. So the next thing we are going to talk about is string as an array. So there is something we call array. Array is okay, sorry, my pronunciation might matter. So this is what I meant. Array in string. So let me just say string as an array. So we have string as an array. So array is collection of items. So it allows you to store multiple items in a single variable. So later on, we'll be talking about list, we'll be talking about tuple, we'll be talking about dictionary. So you guys will know what arrays, collection of arrays simply means. So in this case, let me create a variable that says numbers. Numbers. So, okay, sorry. We are still dealing with strings. So in this case, I'll create something like, it's still what should I use? Color. Okay, let me use color is equals to blue. So in a case like this, I actually want to get I want to get the first letter or one letter out of this blue. Let me just say I want to get a particular letter, alphabet out of this sentence out of this word that I have that is called blue. So I can just say print, then I'll just say print color. So there's this what we call square brackets. Square brackets allow you to shows that this is an index. There's something we call index in Python. So index numbers an item. Index actually numbers, let me put it in index. It actually numbers what we have here. So in this case, I have four alphabets. We have BLUE. So in case we have this, the number that we have here, the index will stop at 3, because my B will be equals to 0. Then I will have, sorry, let me just, so that it won't confuse. So my B will be equals to 0, L will be equals to 1, then U will be equals to 2. Then we have E to be equals to 3. So this is actually what happens. But in a case of length actually starts from 1, because you are trying to get normal length of what is happening. But index in Python actually starts from any programming language general actually start from 0, because you are trying to get one numbers of items that you have. So this is actually going to start from 0, numbering them from a 0, then going, no matter the number, just know that Okay, this is actually a quick trick for you to know what index. If they say what is the number of index in this, what index is this variable or value. So you can actually count this. This is actually 4. Then out of that 4, you minus 1. So which means you are going to start from 0, then 0, 1, 2, 3. Anything that is 4, you just minus 1, then start from 0. So now if I want to get my index of 1, I want to get access to the index of 1. Let me just print it. So I have L here, but this L actually looks like 1. Let me say I want to get to the index of 3. Then let's see. So you see it changes. It actually changes, and B, sorry, 0. Then let's see. So it changes to B. You can actually play around with this. So that's that actually shows that programming is some kind of simple and it's playable. So you can actually play along with this, around with this, and wrap your head around it and understand what is actually happening. So the next thing, we want to check is if we have a particular number, if we have a particular something here. So I'll just say print. I want to, okay, in a case that I don't know if something happened, you want to check if whatever the user enter is correct or not. So in this case, I'm just going to say so I'm going to say color. So I'm going to say E in color. So let's see what it will actually happening. Let me see if this actually works. And so okay, sorry, I'm supposed to put this in quotes. Then let's see. So what actually happens here, we can see that this actually returned true. What happens? So I'm still working with this color. Forget that we are actually using differential. So forget. So whatever variable I've declared here, anywhere I put it in this code, it will actually detect it. So forget about different line. It's not that it will forget it. No, it won't. So here I actually create something called color. So we have a variable called color. What I'm just trying to say is that this particular E, that this letter E that is here, is it in the color value, like in the word color? But you know that this is actually a variable. This is actually a variable. So if I want to, like, I've already declared the variable to be blue. So anytime I refer to this variable, I'm actually talking about this blue, which I've already assigned to it. So it's not something that is complicated. So I said, is there E in the value of color? Since the value of color is blue, so is there E there? Can we get E? Then he said, yes, there is E there. This is actually English that is very, very simple. So if you want to get if something is in your tables of values, like since you're going to be working with data science, if you want to get if a particular thing is in your table. Sorry, I don't know data science that much, so is in your table. So you just actually get it, and is this particular word colon is there in my row or something like that. Sorry for that. So the next thing we are going to be talking about is how we want to slice. There's something we call slice. We want to slice a string, like you want to pick out particular word or sentence. Yeah, particular words from this word blue. So in a way that, let me just say print, then I will say I want to print color. Wait. So I want to print color. Then I want to slice it, which means I want to cut some parts. Yeah, I want to cut some parts. So let me just say 1, then I want to stop at 3. Then let's see what actually happens. Oh God. So let's see what actually happens here. So we see LU. What is actually going on? Please, I really need someone to explain what actually happens here, just to know if you guys are following me. I know I've not talked about it. Can you just guess and let's communicate more? I'm feeling bored. So that it won't be only me that is talking. So who can tell me what actually happens in this line of code, this line number 9 that is here? What does this mean? So please unmute yourself and let's talk about it. So what actually happened? Can anybody explain?
I'm not seeing where you came from, but that should print the second letter and the third letter.
You should print the second letter and the third letter.
Yes, because the first one is 0. So it will print 1 and 2.
Okay. So next person. Can anybody see talk about it? Thank you for answering. Thank you so much. That actually means a lot. So anybody? Anybody else? Mr. Godwin, please. And Mr. Isaac. Did you guys should talk about it?
Please, me, I don't really have knowledge on this, but I don't know what really happened there.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what actually happens there? The first person that talk actually gets it, saying that it will print. Sorry, is anybody talking? So the first person that talk.
Okay, I can repeat. So the color is blue, which means B is 0, L is 1, U is 2, E is 3. So it's going to print from 1, which is L, and then U.
Exactly, sir. Thank you, sir. That's actually what is happening. It's going to print from this one, since we've already have it in our comment that L is equals to 1, U is equals to 2, E is equals to 3. So here it's going to actually print it's going to actually print the L that we have here, and it will look at it and said, oh, we want to slice from 1 to 3. Okay, this actually means that starts from 1. Okay, let me just say starts from start from 1, ends at 3, but do not include 3. So that's actually what is happening. It says that it should start from 1, but we want to stop at 3, but the later 3 will not be included. So that's why we did not have our E. It actually stopped from, but if you want to have your E, you can say start from 1 and end at 4. Though we know that our this thing is not up to 4, because the number is just 3. The index is 3. So it stopped as 3, but it's not up to 4. But in a case that you actually want to include 3, the number 3, so we have to just we have to just add 4. The 4 is invisible. So, okay, sorry. Okay, I double check this. So we can see that it actually includes LUE. But since the number 4 doesn't exist, but what it means is that I actually want you to include 3, but not 4, because we do not have 4. So it won't include 4. So is that clear? That's actually what the slice is all about when we are talking about slicing a string. Let me add the comments. Slice a string. So that's all about slicing a string. Then the next thing we are going to be talking about is modifying strings. So let's learn how to modify a string. So yeah, I wouldn't need to declare a new variable again, since I've already have my first variable, which is name, and I have the second variable, which is color. So in this case, I can actually say print, okay? Then I'll say color dot upper. So let's see what actually happens. This is 0. So what actually happens here is that we want to modify string. Python has some inbuilt methods we can use to modify a string. So those are part of the inbuilt method that we know is this print, for us to print out a text, and the second and the other one is upper, lower. Okay, let me say, in case, if you want to collect and you want your user to input something, you want to collect input from a user, like you display something by saying, what is your name? And let's try it. We're going to try it, but let me explain it first. In a case that you say, what is your name? And the user actually says, oh, my name is, then he just said, my name is Dorcas, and actually put it in small letter. You understand? Like, he put it in a lowercase. The user actually put the name in a lowercase, just as this one. So, but all you want the name to be in uppercase. So you can actually modify it with your code by actually changing the user's name to uppercase. So let's try a few project example. So here I'm going to say
Lucas, are you there? Seems like Docus is a problem. Okay. Godwin and Isaac, do you understand anything that Dorcas is talking about? Isaac and Godwin, do you understand anything?
Yes, sir. I understand something, sir.
Oh. Mr. Isaac, okay, let me just. Okay, I'll continue while Dorcas is. Maybe he will come now. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Dorcas.
Sorry, something came up. They off light. They took our light, so
Oh.
sorry
Okay.
for that.
Okay. Let me get a. Okay. Let me unshare the screen.
Okay, so are we there?
Yes. We are here.
Yeah, we
Okay,
are there now.
okay. Sorry for that, please. So I said we are going to be creating some projects now. In a case like we want our users to actually input their name while entering. So we are going to there's something called input. So you get your user input. Let me say enter your name. So sorry, don't mind. So this will actually change. Forget about this. The new variable that I declare now. Okay, just let me change it. But forget about this because this is the first one I declare. So now my Python we know that I want to actually declare a new variable called name. So now in this case, enter your name. So I will leave it for the user to enter their name. And then here I will now set print. Okay, sorry, let me not set name entered. Then the name entered should be equals to name. Sorry. Let me just print this directly. Hello. Then I'm going to say name. So let's see what this actually do. Even let's see what's wrong with this. So here it said enter your name. Then I will enter another name. Bukola. Then let's see. He said hello, Bukola. So what actually happens here? He said that this input allow us to collect user information from user. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to get whoever is checking my code or running my code name. So I enter the name, then I want to greet the person by saying, hello, Bukola. So that is actually what is happening. So in this case, we can say our input is actually the input method for users to input their name while this print is actually the output method that gives us the information that the user, that displays the information that the user actually added. So that actually entered, sorry. So the information the user entered, so the print actually displays it. That's if you pass it. So there's something we call string concatenation. Sorry for that. Please excuse me. Ire, come and take. Come and take Cocomelon. Sorry, please, I'm coming. Okay, sorry for that. It's my junior brother. So yeah, we said we have the inputs. So now let's see how there's something we call string concatenation. So this is actually example of string concatenation. In our last video, we see how we can add numbers together. So in this video, we'll see how string actually add so we will actually see how string actually adds text together. So yeah, let me say let me delete this. So let's start again. So I'll say age. Okay, are you saying something? Okay, I'll say age is equal to input. Then I'm going to say enter your age. Enter your age. So in this case, we want to print both the name and the age together. So let's say print. We're still going to use the print keyword, and I'm going to say hello. Hello. Then I'm going to say hello. Age. I want to add age too. Age plus hello name. Sorry. Name plus you are. Then I want to add age. Oh God, what am I? Okay. You are age, then years old. And I'll add another one close. Okay, I'm supposed to add plus here. So what this actually does, let's see. In a case like this, let's see what we get. So let me just run. Name, I'll say Bukola. Then age, then I'll say let me just say 12. So you can see some kind of magic happens here. Hello, Bukola. Okay, let me say hello, Bukola. You are 12 years. It's only the old that actually give a space. So in a case that I want to add a space, there are different ways to add a space to it. You can actually give a space before but in this case, will you give a space after? Yeah, let's try this and see what is going to happen. And since there's another way to come on. So I see, hello, Bukola, you are 12 years old. So this is actually nice, but there's still another ways of adding space to your your text. So you can actually, for you to add a space, you can add plus, then empty string. So something like this. Then you have just give a space between and you put it here. So I think that's actually waste of time. That's actually waste of time. So let's just go back to what we left. That's actually waste of time. You just be adding plus, 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 plus. So here, this is actually what we are talking about here. So that's actually everything about string modification. So here, we've already get our name and age. Then we want to actually make the age, sorry, to make the name capital letter. You understand? Like you want to capitalize the name. So you want to turn it to uppercase. Then I will now say name upper is equals to. So I can actually create a variable for this, not to just cause issue. I can say name, sorry, name dot upper, upper. So I will leave it like that. So yeah, instead of passing my name inside there, because I want to capitalize it, I'll just copy the name of this variable here. I'll pass it here. So I'll pass it here. Then let's see what we have. So name color 12. So you see our name has actually changed to uppercase. So this is not some kind of magic, it's a code that we wrote together. So the first thing you do is get the name of the user, get the age, then the name that you've gotten from the user, set it to a variable that actually makes it turn it to uppercase. Then from there, you pass the name, the variable that turned the name to uppercase, you pass it inside the output. So output it out. So now, this is actually what we have for now, capitalizing names. And in a case that you can capitalize it, you can actually turn it to lowercase. So for lowercase, instead of using upper, you can actually use lower. So upper, lower, upper, lower. So we have this actually turn everything to small letters, and that actually turn everything to capital letters. So any question, please? You think I should ask me question if you don't understand? Any question?
Sorry, Dorcas. Isaac is saying he's having a problem with the network, so he's finding difficult to join the class.
Oh, okay. So please, are you recording this this class?
Yes, I'm recording.
Okay, thank you. Please just paste it inside the group so that any other person can watch.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that. So any question, please? Any question? I'm waiting.
Hello, ma.
Hello, sir.
Please, I want to ask a question, ma.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. I said any question. So what's the
Okay.
question?
Can strings be modified directly in all languages, ma?
In all languages, I don't know all languages, but based on everything based on the programming language I know, C#, C programming, and Python, and also JavaScript, yes, string can actually be modified. You can actually modify it. Yes.
Okay, ma. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So any other question? Okay, so in the absence of no question, sorry, please, how many minutes are we having left?
We have 15 minutes left.
Okay. So in actually a place that in the absence of no question, there's actually some method in string like modifying strings. Please, we have replace how you can replace letters. So in a case that okay, I will just have to okay. So I will just have to so I actually turned this to a comment so that we will still have our name back. Let me now try the name. So we still have, oh, sorry, let me print this again. Sorry, I'm trying to get this name back. I'm trying to get this Dorcas back. So let me just run it. And so let me print this again. So now our name has changed to Dorcas. So here, what I actually want to do is I would like to replace, there's something called replace as a method in Python, sorry. So I will have to say, name, touch replace. Then it takes two values, which is the the alphabet you want to replace. So in this case, I will change the alphabet D. Then I want to change it to D. So this is actually what is happening under the hood. Then let's see. I like to print. So what's happening? Oh, it is incomplete. So we can see that this is actually straightforward by saying, oh, I want to replace D for B. Like I want to replace the letter D in Dorcas for B, which is Dorcas. My name is not Dorcas, my name is Dorcas. So so here we have successfully replaced the letter D for B. So this is actually replace keyword in a way that you want to replace something in your table. Like for data science, I'll still be going to data science since. So for data science, if you want to replace a particular column, so you can actually get the name of that column and replace it with another name you want to replace it with. So that's all for now. That's all about string. Please go and learn more about it. If you actually don't rely on everything taught here, this is actually a tutorial. You get time and chance to learn more about it. So this is all for everything about string that I'll be discussing here. Because if we were to deep on it, so dig deep on it, we actually take our time, and which we don't want. This is actually a tutorial, not a future class or something. So let's just there is something called, so now we are going to be going to list, at least finally. Since we're done, we are going to be going to list. In this case, list is actually collection of items. So it's not a word now. We are collecting items. So in a list, if you have a lot of items you want to store, like in a case that we have colors, yeah. Then we have colors. Then we want to store it. Then we have what you call a list. Then something like this. Sorry, please. So yeah, it's used on this braces. So we have this square bracket that shows that we want to use a list. Sorry for that. Yeah, I used to actually confuse with tuple and other stuff. So this is actually a list that show a collection of items. And here we have colors. Let me say I want to get a list of colors. So we have blue, then we have name. Oh, sorry. We have green. We also have what again? I think we have 3 minutes left, so I'll just wrap this up. But just we'll be talking more about it in our next class, but just for clarity. So we have red, we have orange, we have yellow, we have a lot of colors, yeah, other more. So this actually allows us to store many values inside a variable, inside one variable. So now, in case if I want to get access to blue, so we talked about index now. So which means this will actually take this blue will actually takes index of 1, index of 0. This green will actually take index of 1, and this will actually take index of 2, since they are in the same variable. So we have colors, and then I want to get access to just number 2. Then let's see what we actually print out. So you see, we get our red. So this is actually a list of arrays inside arrays. So string is an array. We also have array of alphabets. So we'll be talking more on it in our next class. In case for the time is actually off now by our side. So we talk about it more in our next class. We talk about tuple. We talk about dictionary. Please, you guys should go and learn about it. So any question or anything to talk about for today? Any question?
Oh man, thank you very much for your time, man, and everything. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. The two people. Okay, sorry. Please, any question?
Tamuka. Okay. I think Tamuga, he knows, he understands most of the things because we had a basic class.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
there's maybe just 7 minutes left. Maybe if you are done, maybe I can. There's something I want to add as well, especially on the first part you mentioned.
How many minutes?
Sorry,
How many minutes we have? How many minutes remaining?
we have 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Mine is actually showing 1 o'clock already. 1 hour already.
Oh, yeah, we have 7 minutes on this side. Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Godwin, please, in case you have any question, please feel free to ask in the group or just message.
Okay, no problem. I will.
All right, so no issue. So you want me to continue? The 7 minutes is for
Yeah.
break.
I'm saying there's something I want to just summarize there, especially
Okay.
yeah. You can give me the screen.
Okay.
Just a quick one. Yeah, Docker says it gets with you in really in depth, especially yeah in depth, because all these things you'll need when you are doing like advanced analysis. Okay, what I wanted to emphasize is that is that especially the codes, there are different kinds of codes, like for example, Dorcas, she mentioned about in something like something. We have like codes when it comes to
Yeah, we talked about code.
yeah. Okay. This is actually what I wanted to emphasize.
Okay, yeah. Instead of using comment, we can just display it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know about that.
Okay, just a piece, just a piece. Yeah, and another thing is that if you have maybe something like say we have a single quote, single quote. A single quote is whereby you have something like a this is a single quote, this one.
Yeah.
So okay, let's just say print. Uh, then we have a double quote, something called double quote. Yeah, I'm just adding what not Dorcas has said. So a double quote is whereby you have a something like this. These are the double quotes. And then we have what is called a triple quote. So you have so now when do we use the double quote? When do we use the double quotes and when do we use the single quotes and when do we use the double quotes and when do we use the triple quotes? So this one is just you use it on anywhere, especially on the like here, like a single word or maybe a sentence like a hello. You can use the single quotes. Yeah, but now if you want to use the double quotes is mostly used when you have a maybe you have something like this. How are you? So in this case, I have the word Dorcas, then I can use the double quotes. I can use the double quote. If you have a single quote inside, maybe if you have a single quote inside, maybe inside the word, or maybe it can be here, then you can use the double quote. So if you have maybe something like this, have double quotes inside, then you have to use triple quotes outside. Yeah. Okay. Something so. Uh, Okay, let me just say hello, how are you? Yeah, so if you have something like double quotes inside your sentence, then you can use the triple quotes. Yeah. So yeah, this is just what I wanted to add. There's nothing more. I think Dorcas has given you a lot that you're gonna use in the future. Yeah, no, it's fine. Thank you, Dorcas, for the class. Thank you also, everyone, for joining us. Tanza, you can stay with me, and we can do like advanced class with you. If you are free now, we can start the class. I promised you.
Can we connect tomorrow?
So tomorrow is fine. All right, no problem.
Okay, thanks. Sorry about that.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Dorcas.
You're welcome, sir.
All right,
All right, sir. Thank you.
thank you. Have a good night.
All right, sir. Thank you. Talk.
Okay, thank you. Bye.